Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Golf Ball on YouTube channel. My name is Jackson, and today we're going to be kind of recapping the RBC Heritage, where Rory McIlroy just shot a final round 62 to defend his throne. They haven't played the RBC Heritage for a couple of years because of COVID, and you might as well crown Rory McIlroy as the king of Canada when it comes to golf. This dude, 62, he shot a 29 on the front nine, had a couple of bogeys there on the back. Rory's wedge game today was exquisite. It was exquisite. So, the title of today's video is probably something along the lines of, Rory McIlroy saving the PGA Tour or what have you. I've been posting a bunch of live content, and I just like watching golf, but in the long run, I'm definitely rooting for the PGA Tour to get back on the top. I know that there's some issues with just kind of everything going on in the golf world right now. Some people, it's a very divided time right now. You got people who are just, if you're a tour supporter, there are people who just hate the idea of live. There are people who are keeping an open mind and actually kind of enjoy some of the first event. So it's just a very interesting time, but I got to give a lot of credit to Rory McIlroy, Justin Thomas, Tony Finau, because this was a big week, man. This was a huge week, and that was number one, number two, number three in the field, and I thought Sunday in general was a phenomenal day of golf. I think that the back nine especially, it was, it didn't have a major feel, obviously, but to have this amount of competition, to have this entertaining of a Sunday, the same week Live Golf has a surprisingly good debut, I think it was just very important. I really do think it was very important. And so we got the US Open next week. I think in general this is a good time for golf. Like I said, people are getting their panties in such a twist of just the idea of live golf, or it's creating just a divide. And I think the US Open being this next week, it's going to be so many eyeballs are going to be on it. And if it's a good event, which it's looking like, the Country Club is a phenomenal track, the rough is looking super thick. I know we get that same video every single Wednesday of the rough being ridiculous, and then they end up trimming it, and I know that'll end up happening, but nonetheless, it's going to be a great week next week. It's going to be a great week next week. So I'm excited. I think Rory, I think this is huge for his career. I know right now at this point, he wants to get that career Grand Slam, but really Rory's main goal right now is to become number one player in the world, to be number one player in the world. And I will tell you this, if Rory McIlroy is number one player in the world, that is great for the tour. That is absolutely huge for the tour. I got no disrespect to guys like, Scotty Scheffler, but he's not the most entertaining player. He's not the most entertaining player. If Rory McIlroy were to go to Live Golf, the PGA Tour would be in a very tricky situation. They would be in a very, very, very tricky situation. But Rory, putting-wise, wedge-wise, like I said, his wedges were phenomenal. There was, 15, where he hits a terrible drive. There were moments where he was faltering a little bit on that back nine. As good as he was all day, all week, there were some holes there on the back nine where it was bad drive. He missed a 5-footer for par, which put Thomas right there. And then on 16, 17, he just kind of kept his foot on the gas. So shout out to Rory McIlroy this week for sure. He's my favorite golfer. But that's really it for today, man. I really don't have much more. I'm trying to think if there's anything left. Oh, you know what I do like? I got two comments actually. Hole 18. This is why people hate the tour. Hole 18. Hole number 72 of the entire tournament, they have a fucking ad. I'm watching a Zurich commercial on the same freaking screen with the audio in with the Zurich. So to give it context, it's the 18th hole, 72nd hole of the tournament. Rory McIlroy just birdied 17. Justin Thomas just bogeyed 17. So a 2-hole switch, and just like that, Rory's got a 2-hole lead. But Rory's drives weren't, it was a little shaky on the back nine at times. So we're watching the players, the leaders, the top 3 leaders of the freaking tournament. We're watching them tee off on 18, the most important hole of the tournament. And we are watching at the same time a Zurich commercial with the audio to a guy, like, oh my goodness, bro. Figure it out. Figure it out. How are you playing a commercial on the 72nd hole of the tournament? You're asking for Liv to take you over. Like, what? That is unbelievable. And for golf fans, this is nothing new. How is this still going on? Who's okaying this? Like, who is saying, yeah, you know what? Fire off that Zurich commercial. We just want the money. Like, you're literally demonstrating how goddamn greedy you are right now. It's freaking ridiculous. And then on the contrary, this has nothing to do with PGA Tour. Maybe it does. I think it really doesn't. But very similar to the PGA Championship last year where Phil won and you had all the fans surrounding the green. That is exactly what we had at the RBC. And as long as, I get worried about some people, that weird guy who wants the attention on him or he wants his 15-second of fame. I do worry sometimes about like him running out onto the course or something because you can only have so much security on, like if everyone is surrounding the 18th green as your three leaders are putting, it can be hard. Like I don't really know how that works. I'm not a security guy, but it stresses me out a little bit. But I think there was one, I wasn't listening to it, but I think there was one little, everyone for some reason looked in like the top left of our screen. I don't know why that happened, but I love that idea. I think it just makes golf way more exciting. So I think there was a lot of positives here. I want the tour to continue to improve. That's what Jay Monahan was talking about when he was on, which, I mean, they've been improving. I think they need to really figure out some of that stuff, like especially with the commercials. So that's it for today, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed it, and go ahead, drop some comments down below. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.